Hey guys, this is Sahil and welcome to this exclusive video where I'm going to be sharing with you some of the glimpse of our live trading challenge which we have recently started in last 1 week, and I'm so glad that whatever analysis which we did from Monday till Friday in the morning session itself, that analysis went right. And I'm so glad that whatever students we have in our paid community, all those members have benefited from that analysis as well. So in this particular video, I'm just going to share small glimpse of how we used to do analysis in the morning, and based on that how we used to analyze in session 2 as well for upcoming day, and how we used to take trades and all other stuff. So make sure you watch this particular video till the end, although it can be lengthy, but all those videos, all those sessions are going to be in a small manner, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But whatever nuggets I'm going to share, make sure you take all those nuggets, because every single nugget is worth priceless, right? And even with that, even a small simple nugget can literally change away your life. So make sure you watch this particular video till the end and stay tuned till the end, because I have something great surprise for all of you.
Yes, at this point, it has opened up with open high same. Similarly, for Bank Nifty, it has opened up with open high same, right? And at this point as well, we can have record session count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In between, red candle was being formed for 1 day. Yes, today we can see a slightly movement on the downside. Yes, the movement can be done on the downside because the record session count has been activated. Yes. So the global clues are mentioning that today the market can slightly move on the downside based on record session count, and even with that, the open high same has been depicted after a record session count. So today we can expect that the markets can be on the downside. It can give a slightly retracement for maybe today, maybe next 1 or 2 days. But yes, it is going to give us the retracement. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to session number 2 of day first. Like today is the day 1 of our live trading challenge, and whatever analysis which we did in the morning, that if the market opens up on the downside, as we analyze that market opened up with open and high same, and even with that, in the first 15 minutes itself, we analyzed that market was moving on the downside. So we analyzed that today market can close below that particular high itself. Whatever high was made, that open high same, market will close below that itself. And even for Bank Nifty as well, open high was the same, and as I also mentioned, that market will close on the downside. Similarly, that was the analysis which we did, which means there is kind of indecision in the market, right? It is not able to decide, like the sectors itself, the indices itself, those are not able to decide that whether they need to go on the upside, whether the bulls are going to take charge or the bears are going to take charge, which means today also in Indian markets, we can see kind of indecision. It is not going to be something like a drastic move on the upside or drastic move on the downside. It is not going to happen. It is going to be happening in such a way that it can create an indecision candle, based on which we can further see, you can even consider a sideways kind of zone for today if it opens within that same range. Otherwise, if it gets out of that zone, then we can see a bullish candle as well. Rest, there are no such confirmations or no such signals for the Indian markets as well to directly go into an uptrend, because yesterday itself it created exhaustion candle on almost all the stocks. And even with that, as I also mentioned, this is kind of exhaustion candle for retracement. As I also mentioned, record session count is there, so time and price have to meet, called as time and price parity, based on which it can take a temporary hold for maybe next 1 or 2 days, based on which it can again give an uptrend, like a bullish trend. But as of now, it can create a higher bottom, right? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to session number 2 of 18th of April 2023. And whatever analysis which we did in the morning itself, that the indices and the market can reside in the same zone itself, which means I also analyzed that the global markets were kind of indecisive, right? And even if you go into hourly and 15-minute chart, I also mentioned that the market is going to sustain in the same zone itself, right? And even in the whole day, even though the market was about to move on the upside, as you can see, the green candles are in high quantity, but
the movement by the red candles was very big. So based on that, even if you go into 15-minute chart, we have seen the same movement. The red candles are very big, green candles are small, although they are in big quantity, but still they are very, very small. And even with that, they're not even contributing to that whole candle. So that's why the analysis which we did in the morning, that it is consolidating in the same phase, right? That's the analysis which we did in the morning. Similarly, for Bank Nifty, we analyze that it is going to consolidate in the same zone with, because see, at this point on Nifty 50, the range is inside the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band is, like, you can even consider the upper band of the Bollinger Band, that is +2 standard deviation, that is outside, right? The price is inside that particular standard deviation, but on Bank Nifty, it is colliding with that 2 standard deviation. If this makes sense to all of you, just type MS in the chat box. Right. So this is the analysis which we did in the morning, that the market can consolidate in the same range. And even
looking up at all the global clues, it is it is the analysis which we can do that today also the market can consolidate, or else it can move further on the downside. As I also mentioned, it can give slightly retracement for next few days, based on which we can again get low risk entry for all the options trader. You can get low risk entry for a call once again. But as of now, there are no such confirmations based on the global clues that we should go for call on the upside for the indices as well. As of now, the clues are on the consolidation kind of a phase.
good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to session number 2 for 19th of April 2023. And as we analyzed in the morning itself, that the market can either consolidate or else it can move on the downside. Similar was the condition which we saw for the whole day. If we go into the daily chart of Nifty, you can see that it has already crossed 60 on the downside once again. And if we go into hourly chart right now, it is into the same zone where it is taking multiple 40 supports, right? As of now, you can see here that it is taking multiple 40 supports, which means it is telling that I am not so bearish. What it is telling I am not so bearish. See, at this point here, it was once, again twice, thrice, and this is for the 4th time it is taking support of 40, based on which it is giving us the signals that I am not so bearish, right? Next is for Bank Nifty. As I mentioned, on daily chart, it is slightly better than Nifty, because in Bank Nifty it has right now crossed that upper band, that is 2 standard deviation. If we go into Nifty, we can see that it has already touched that point of 2 standard deviation, and right now it is far more declining on the downside. So this was the analysis which we did in the morning itself, that the indices can consolidate and it can go further on the downside.
So looking up at the global clues, we can also analyze further that today Indian markets can again consolidate, and no matter what opening it is, it can close in that flattest zone itself, right? Looking up at the global clues are all in the consolidation phase. So based on it, we can analyze that today also Indian markets can be on the flattest side or on the downside. There are no such clues that it can close on the upside.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to session number 2 of 20th of April 2023. And whatever analysis which we did in the morning itself, that the indices, the Nifty and Bank Nifty, can consolidate in the same range, or even they can give movement on the downside. So as you can see on the daily chart, it was completely in the same zone, right? And even if you go into hourly and then 15-minute chart, then you can see it is consolidating in the same zone, and again it is testing and retesting the bottom, testing the base. As you can see, yesterday we saw that it has taken 4 times support, but today itself it has taken 3 times more support on hourly chart. And if we go into 15-minute chart, it is again in the zone of 40 and 60. So as of now, complete sideways zone, completely avoid. Similarly for Bank Nifty, if we go into daily chart, you can observe that it was in the same zone, although it is forming a kind of smaller kind of spinning top, or maybe you can consider like a doji itself. The market is yet to shut, like we have almost 27 minutes left, but as of now, you can see it is
closing in the same range itself, right? If we go into hourly and then 15-minute chart, as you can see on hourly, it is in the same zone. It is forming a squeeze, and even with that, it is resisting to cross 60 on the upside, right? And on 15-minute chart, you can see it is completely between 40-60. So these are the signals based on the global market itself, whatever analysis which we did in the morning, that can consolidate for the whole day. So this is the analysis which we did in the morning. So based on the global market analysis, what we have did that all the global markets are in a consolidation phase, although the whole perspective is bullish, but still in the one day, the last one day, it has given a consolidation candle. So based on that, we can further analyze that even if the Indian markets open up in the same range of the previous candle, that is on Nifty, if it opens around the range of 17,685, and on the downside, if it opens around 17,583, that is previous day's candle. If it opens in the same range, then there is lots of probability to close on the downside, but in a consolidated way. Good afternoon, achievers, and welcome to session number 2 for 21st of April 2023. And again, whatever analysis which we did, we stood right in that analysis itself. The analysis which we did, that if the market opens within the same range of yesterday's candle, then it is going to consolidate, or maybe it is going to give a downside move. Similar kind of movement is what we have seen in Nifty. Next, if we go for Bank Nifty, again in the consolidation phase.
Wasn't this analysis really amazing? And don't you feel that if you get this kind of support early in the morning from 9 till 9:30 and afternoon 3 till 3:30, then you can literally change the way you trade in the market? If yes, then I want to invite you for my next 10 days live trading challenge, in which you can trade live with us with all the other community members, based on which you will be able to understand how we do the pre-market analysis and how we do the whole day analysis as well. And not just this, we also do the analysis of the stocks based on which we execute the trades as well. If yes, then I want to invite you for my next webinar, in which you will be able to get all the details on how you can trade live with us. And even with that, in that particular webinar itself, you are going to get the exclusive strategy with which we trade in the market as well. All you have to do is click on the link below given in the description box, register for it right now, and I'll see you inside the webinar. And if you like this particular video, then make sure you share your 5 biggest takeaways in the chat box, and I'll see you inside the webinar. Till then, live fully, love openly, and make the difference today. I wish you joy and abundance in all you do.